Hey guys, welcome to our first meeting. This is going to be just like a normal club, beaver or scout meeting. We'll start with flagging a bit. We'll just wait for a few people to join, see who's going to join. Write in the chat where you're from, what group you're with, and things like that when you join. I've got one of my scouts helping me. He's going to do the flag for us today. We'll have a quiz. We're going to do some badge work and talk about some of the events that we can do while this coronavirus is stopping us from meeting face to face. And then we'll finish with flag down like we normally do in a club meeting or a scout meeting for that matter. Yeah, so we'll just wait, see if anyone else is going to join, if we get anybody else. So we got Theo from 7th East Lynn in Hampshire. Cool. Well, I'm from First Row in Vale of Clwyd district. I'm also ADC for Cubs for that district as well. I'm actually wearing my district necker tonight. Henry's from the same group as Theo, so I'm guessing Henry and Theo know each other. Yeah, so my group necker, you'll see one of my scouts in a minute, they'll be wearing my group necker. Cool. Just give it a minute more to see if anyone else joins us. The reason I'm laughing, my phone's just gone off. I've just had a message from our DC. He says that, geez, I'm ugly on TV, apparently. Yeah, so I think we'll make a start and see who wants to join us afterwards. So we'll start with the flag. So I'm going to introduce you to Jack now. Jack's one of my scouts at our group. So Jack's going to do the flag for us. We've got a flag here. Jack's going to put the flag up on the wall behind us, and then we're going to salute the flag as we normally would, and then we'll carry on with the rest of our meeting. Okay, thank you, Jack. Right then, so we're going to start with a quiz. So you can write the answers that you know in the chat, and it's a scouting quiz. So all the questions are about scouting, and whether you're a beaver, cub, or scout, you should be able to answer some of these questions at least. Okay. So we'll start with the first question, very important question. Who founded Scouting is the first question. I'll give you a few seconds to answer that in the chat. Ah, Daniel. Hi, Daniel used to be one of my cubs. Daniel, at first row. So yeah, Daniel, you're right. Baden Powell is right. Oh, sorry, Theo. I didn't realise you'd answered first as well. So well done, Theo and Daniel. Right then. So the next question is, in what year did Beavers start? So I'll give you a bit of a clue. Beavers is the same age as me. So if you think you know how old I am, then just have a guess from there.
I'm sorry to do that. Sorry.
Henry, no, it wasn't 2005. It was a bit earlier than that. Daniel's right again. 1986. So yeah, Beavers is 34 this year. So the next question is, in what year did Cubs start? So the Cubs section. What year did Baden Powell start the Cubs section? This is a very long time ago. 1940. No, it's not 1940, Henry. Evie, one of my Cubs. It's not 1987 either, Evie. That'd mean it was younger than Beavers. It's not 1988. No, is that all? We've got 1909 is close. The answer is 1916. So that was a very long time ago.
You're too famous.
So the next question is, which badge has a marshmallow on it? So there's a badge that you can earn as a Beaver Cub or Scout that has got a marshmallow on it. What is it, and what section is it from? No cheating and Googling badges either. Theo, well done. It is the backwards cooking badge. It looks like this. So next question is, where was the first ever Scout camp held? Brian, well done. Brownsea Island is correct. That's the right answer. And well done, Theo and Henry as well. Both got it right. So the next question is another badge question, and it's, which badge has a clown on it? So there's a badge with a clown on it. Which one is that? Hi, Mason. Mason's another one of my Cubs. It's not the entertainer badge, Dan. It's not the entertainer badge, no. It's a Scout badge. So I'm not sure if any of you have the Cubs will have seen it, but anyone stage play? No. So it was the Circus Skills badge, and it looks like that one there. That one. Right then, the next question is another badge question, and it's which badge has a piece of an orange on it? It's sort of a cooking badge. It's not actually a cooking badge though. It's not the faith badge either, Evie. Dan, well done. It's a health and fitness badge for the Beavers. It is. So the next question is, we found out before that Cubs started in 1916. So what were they called when they first started in 1916? So what were Cubs first called when they started in 1916 is the answer for that, the question. Dan, you're getting too good at this. They were called Wolf Cubs. I can assure everyone that Daniel hasn't had the answers in previous. Well done, Theo. You got it right as well. So the next question is, what knot can be found on every person's uniform? So what knot can be found on every person's uniform? And this doesn't matter where in the world they are. As long as they're a scout, they'll have this knot on their uniform. It is indeed a reef knot. Well done, Evie and Theo. So the next question relates to that question. Where can you find that knot on your uniform? Evie's sort of right. It is by your heart. You do wear that knot by your heart, but what is that knot on? Your left chest, yeah? No, it's not on your neck, Mason. Top left pocket of your scout uniform. It would be, yes. But what's it on? The membership award. Well done, Dan, again. So it's on your membership award, and that is that badge there that we all wear. And that was the last question in the quiz, everybody. So, what we're going to do tonight is we're going to do some of our digital maker stage 1 badge. So that's that badge there. Okay. We're going to do the first few requirements for that, and what we'll do is I've put a link in the description to the handout, so that when you do eventually go back to Beavers, Cubs or Scouts, you can take that handout into your leaders, and then that will be part of your digital maker badge. Okay, so we'll start with by going through the bits that we need to go through. Right, so what we need to do is we need to find out what you think and where you think computers are. So I'll give you a few minutes in the comments to think about which objects you think are computers. So apart from like your normal computer, obviously. So what do you think contains a computer or would be classed as a computer? Phone, yes. Phone, PlayStation 4, calculator. Jacob, welcome Jacob, another one of my cubs there. Dan reckons traffic lights, and I mean, maybe. Maybe. Anything else? Have we got anything else that people think maybe computers? Car. Yes. Cars have got computers in them nowadays, yes. Cameras, maybe. Speakers, maybe. Depends on the speakers. TVs. Alexa, yes. A digital clock, yes. Our brain, I suppose our brain is sort of a computer. DVD players, maybe. So there's a good few things there. So yeah, basically a computer is pretty much like there's small computers in everything electronical nowadays. A lot of things are like your TV's got a computer in it if you've got a smart TV. So things that are normally electronical and have buttons and things and displays. So yeah, robots. Yeah, robots can have computers in them. So the handout that you've got in the description is this one here, and there's a few things on them. We'll go through these now, and we'll see who thinks these things are or aren't computers. Okay, so the first one is a smartphone. Who thinks that that's a computer or needs a computer to work? Yeah, so we're getting a lot of yeses there. So yes, that would need a computer or technology to work. So the next one is a supermarket self-checkout. Who thinks that needs a computer? Yeah, so that's right. A supermarket self-checkout does need a computer as well. Very good. The next one is a payphone. So a payphone. Henry, you think yes, a payphone needs computer to work, and you, Dan? Are we sure? Because we got 2 no's there. 3 no's now. So, I don't think it does need a computer. It has certain electronics in it so that it can use a speaker, Dan. But and Theo, a payphone, you put the number in, so that's how it knows the number. So it doesn't really need a computer, a payphone. The next one is a car park ticket machine. So I think we all agree there that a car park ticket machine does need. Oh no, Jacob. So a car park ticket machine does have a computer in, yes, and that would be because it needs to print the time on the ticket, so it'd need to know what time it was, and the computer allows it to do that. So the next one is a lift. Who thinks a lift uses a computer? Just an ordinary lift, James. So we got a few yeses and a few nos there. I'll be honest with you, I don't actually know myself on that one. If it would, I suppose in a sense it would, but I'm not 100% sure that it does use a computer. So the next one is a cash machine or an ATM. So a cash machine or an ATM, does that use a computer? So yeah, I think everyone agrees there that the answer is yes for that one. The next one is an automatic door. So who thinks an automatic door uses a computer? So I think no, I don't think they do use a computer, do they? They'd have a sensor, and then when someone stands in front of the sensor, then it open. But Dan, you might be right there. Newer ones may do, yeah. They may use a computer instead of that. But I think, yeah, I don't think that necessarily need a computer. The next one is a bus stop. So a bus stop. Who thinks a bus stop would use a computer? So we've got Evie and Dan there saying yes, and Jacob. I think they're talking about newer bus stops. So a normal, ordinary bus stop wouldn't need a computer. There's no reason. But now you can get bus stops that tell you how long the bus is going to be before it gets to that bus stop, and that. So yeah, it would, as Theo said, it would depend on if it's one of the ones with the screens that tell you the time that the bus is coming. So yeah, so some of them do, some of them don't. And then the last one is a pedestrian crossing. So would a pedestrian crossing need a computer? So yeah, I think they probably would, because you press the button and then it has to. A lot of them will wait until the traffic flow is quite low, and it will make sure you're still there, so that there's actually still someone to cross. So yeah, that involves a lot of sensors and computers and that. So yeah, I think that'd definitely need a computer nowadays. Older ones probably wouldn't have, um, but yeah, the newer ones now probably do use computers. So when you get that handout, there'll be a blank one as well that you can make. You can do some of your own things that you think may or may not have technology in them and computers. So there's a blank sheet there. I suppose in a way, pretty much all of those probably use technology, and the most of them use computers. So yeah, so that requirement that covers the first requirement for your digital maker stage 1 badge. I think Dan sent a message in the chat. Can you get this badge again? Unfortunately, Daniel, no, you can't. I think Daniel got this badge while he was at Cubs with me. So Daniel's already got this badge. So there will be a few other things that you'll need to do and hand into your leader before you can actually get this badge. The second one is to make a graphic or something. Dan's telling Jack. Dan knows Jack because Dan goes to the same scout group as Jack, and he's telling Jack to stop dancing in the background. Jack, grab a chair and sit down if you want to stay here. So yeah, for those of you that aren't one of my Cubs or Scouts, this is Jack. Jack's my stepson, and he's also a Scout at the same group I do Cubs at. So yeah, I'm just trying to get the rest of the requirements for this badge up, because they're things that we can't really do right now, but they're things that you can do while you're off school and there's no clubs. You can do these things, and then if you take all the stuff into your leaders, I'm pretty sure they'll be happy to give you Digital Maker Stage 1 badge. So yeah, the next part of that badge would be to create a graphic or for a computer game, app or website, and then the third requirement is to write clear instructions for a computer or a person to follow to complete a task. So if you all go to the Scout website, and you'll be able to, on the Scout website, see these requirements, and it'll give you a link to some resources that the sponsors of the badge, Raspberry Pi, have provided, and then you can do those activities, and as long as you send proof take proof into your club or scout leaders, then I'm pretty sure they'll give you your badge. It's a good badge to have. It's a good badge to do as well. It's some of the stuff for it's really exciting and interesting. So yeah, it gives you something to do while you're off clubs and off school and things like that. So what we're going to talk about now is we're going to talk about some events that are going on while you're off from like normal scouting. So let me just change the scene. So the first one we're going to talk about is JOTI, and JOTI and JOTA normally take place in October, but due to the current situation, they've decided to hold a special JOTI. So that's it stands for Jamboree on the Internet, and what you do is you get to speak to a lot of people, a lot of other clubs and scouts and beavers and leaders and things like that, that are from other groups around the world, and they all participate in this Jamboree on the Internet, where you get to talk to other people that scout. So you can see, you can talk to people in a different country and find out how they do their scouting different to the way we do our scouting here in the UK. So there's a link there to the website, and that'll be on the 3rd to the 5th of April. All the links for these events will be in the description as well, so you can just click on them and go to the appropriate website or Facebook group or what have you for those. So the next one, there's a I think it's Northumberland Scouts have decided. Northumberland Scouts have decided that they're going to set up an event, and it's going to be a camp at home event, and it's going to run for the whole of April. You have to go onto the Facebook event there and register, so get your parents to do that and register, and they're running it from the 1st of April all the way to the 30th of April, and they've said as long as you do not sleep in a bed, it counts as a night away. So there's a chance there to get 30 nights away. So you can, I think they've said, build a den, hang a hammock, pitch a tent in your back garden. Obviously, as long as these are all okay with your parents or the people that look after you, then that'll be something you could do. They're going to finish this with a massive world record attempt, which I'll be participating in. I think Jack will probably participate as well. And my other son, Stephen, he's a scout as well. He'll probably participate. He'll probably participate as well. So yeah, that's another thing that's going on while you're away from your normal scouting. The next one is a campfire, a live campfire on Facebook. This is being held by, I think, 7th Red Car Scout Group, from a leader from there. It's going to be on the 6th of April. This is their Facebook group's just there as well for you to add that. So the leader's going to be holding a campfire in his back garden live on Facebook for you all to take part in. there. So that's that one. And another thing that's going on is Big Man in the Woods. Now, I don't know if any of you know about Big Man in the Woods, but he's a scout leader in London. And he does the same as what I'm doing here, but I'll be honest, he's probably a bit better than me. This is my first time. This is sort of a test run. Yeah. But he does his meetings on a Thursday, and they're the same time as this one's, 7 till 8:30. So that's something there for you to do as well. There's a meeting there. He does the same. He'd do flag break, bit of badge work, some arts and crafts maybe, and things like that. And then talk about why we all enjoy scouting. Henry, you're asking if there's anything else for us to do. Yeah, we're going to have a chat in a minute about why we all do scouting. Thank you, Henry. So those are a few events that are being held by other people in scouting, not just myself, for you to do while you're away from your normal pack or troop night or colony night. So now I'm going to give you a few minutes in the chat. If you want to ask me any questions about my scouting, or Jack, any questions that you want Jack to answer about scouting, or just tell us why you enjoy scouting, what got you into scouting, things like that. We'll have a bit of a forum between all of us now, and see what we've got there. Evie, I watched Big Man in the Woods last Thursday as well. I was actually at work when he did his live, but I watched it after. He's really good. I did watch a video earlier of what he's doing. Next week, Mason, I'm not going to do a badge next week. Next week it'll be coming up to Easter, so we're going to make an Easter card next week. We're going to do some Easter hot arts and crafts. It will be on next week, Dan, yes. We're going to do, like I said, some Easter arts and crafts. So, Theo, what do I enjoy about scouting? Well, a long time ago when I started scouting, at the age of 6, when I started as a beaver, I went through Beavers, Cubs and Scouts, and I ended up getting to a stage where I became a leader. And the reason I am a leader, and the reason I feel is because when I was a beaver, a cub and a scout, there were people there being a leader for me. So I thought that it'd be nice for me to give to other children the same opportunities that I had. So that's what I enjoy about scouting, is I enjoy seeing cubs, because that's predominantly what I do is cubs. I enjoy seeing the cubs achieve things that they wouldn't normally achieve when they're in other situations, like climbing and things like that, and abseiling, and things like that. So they can't really do that at school. I know sometimes the schools take them away on adventure weekends and things like that, and they do, but Evie telling Jack to keep dancing. So I don't know if Jack wants to. Do you want to say what you enjoy about scouting and what you enjoy about scouts? First aid. Jack's a big fan of first aid. I don't know why. I mean, I'm not particularly great with first aid. I mean, I know we all know first aid, all the leaders, because we have to. But it's not really something I enjoy. But Jack enjoys it. But that just shows that we all enjoy different things about scouting. Dan's asking if you need to get anything ready for the craft next week. Not really, Dan. You'll need some card, because we're probably going to do an Easter card. Evie's asking Jack if he can floss. Can you floss, Jack? Yeah, do you want to give us a floss? Probably shouldn't have said yes, should you? Oh, look at Jack going with the floss. He's a bit too close to the camera really for you to see, but he did a little floss there. Yeah. So, oh, Theo likes first aid as well. Yeah, you got a friend there, Jack, Theo. So yeah. But yeah, we I mean, have we got any more questions, or does anyone else want to give some input into why they like scouting? Go on, Dan. Why do you like scouting? And Evie as well. Evie was like one of my new girl cubs that's just come up from Beavers. And Dan's a brother who's just left me and gone up to Scouts about a year ago. What was the second Scout group, Henry? Dan likes to do his badge work. I'm not sure what the second Scout group was, Henry. Do you know what the second Scout group was, Henry? So Mason likes to go camping. I quite enjoy camping as well, Mason. Evie likes activities. Dan likes playing games. This is Stephen, my other son. He's a Scout as well. He's just appeared and disappeared. He's not a fan of the. Oh, you don't know, Henry, but you can have a look for me. Oh, thanks, because I don't know that either. So yeah. So have any of you got any plans to do anything while you're scouting wise? Anything to do anything whilst we can't meet face to face? Are any of you planning to do any of the events I've shown, or something different? Or have you heard of any events that are going on while we're not able to meet properly as scouts face to face? Evie, you've started your book readers badge. That's great. So yeah, just bring in what you need. Jacob, you're going to camp outside, so you're going to do the camp at home. Cool. Yeah, so there's loads and loads of badges that you can do in your back garden. Cool, Jacob. So there's loads and loads of badges that you can do at home. The book reader's one of them. So yeah, Evie, if you bring your stuff in when you've done your book reader. In fact, I think I've got some stuff I will try and get to you that you can fill in for that badge. Obviously, with the current situation, we can't. I can't bring it to you, but we'll see how things progress, and I'll try and get the things to you for you to fill in for your book reader badge. You're going to camp in your living room, Evie.
Still camping.
Is Dan going to camp with you? Mason's camping outside as well. First Glasgow, Henry. That was the second group. Oh, right, okay. I really didn't know that. Jacob, good. So before we were told that we couldn't meet again, my scouts, my clubs, sorry, were doing their astronomy badge, and they needed a second space project to do to get it. So well, as soon as we get back to normal scout club meetings, Jacob, if you bring that in, you can have your badge as well. A lot of people are going to be camping in the garden. Cool, that's great. I mean, like I say, I'll be camping in my garden come the 30th of April to try and break this world record. But yeah, has anyone got any suggestions for what else we can do next week? I mean, I've sort of run out of ideas now for stuff. I mean, we'll start in the same way with a flag break, and then we'll do maybe another quiz. If I can find another game for us to do online or something like that, I'll do that. Like I say, next week we're going to do some Easter arts and crafts. You'll probably need some card, some glue. But what I will do is I'll post like a little video before when I've decided exactly what arts and crafts we're going to do. I'll post a little video beforehand telling you to get this stuff ready for our meeting next week. No one got any ideas for what we can do. Oh, do another quiz. Evie wants to do another quiz. That's great. I'll definitely do another quiz, and maybe another game as well at the end or something.
No quiz.
Well, yeah, we can do the quiz again, Dan, but we can't do the same quiz because you know all the answers. So I'll set up another quiz for next week. Have we got any
A virtual hike?
a virtual hike?
Yes, we're seeing virtual hike.
What do you mean by a virtual hike, Theo?
So basically, you go on a hike.
I'm up for that. But how would we do that?
Do some exercises.
Some exercises, Mason. Yeah, that'd be a good thing we could do. We could possibly look at like a fitness badge. I think it's a challenge badge for the Cubs. The Beavers do a fitness badge. Scouts challenge badge as well, sure. I think. But yeah.
Oh, they've got one of the games what Big Man was missing item.
Missing item game. So a bit like Big Man in the Woods did last week. He did a Kim's game. Yeah. Okay. I'll set one of those up. That's not a problem. We'll do one of those.
Nope.
Some knots that we can practice. Yeah, we can do that. We can do that maybe in the coming weeks because I don't think we're going to get back to scouting as we normally do for quite a while yet. I think it's going to be. I mean, ideally, we wouldn't have one next week because we'd all be back at scouting. But I don't think that's going to happen if I'm honest. I think we'll be knots. So a lot of you enjoy knots then, because I've got quite a few that are saying knots. So Henry and Theo, are you? Because I mean, a lot of the other people that are in the chat I know. So Henry and Theo, are you Scouts, Beavers, or Cubs?
Oh.
Ordnance survey symbols, Dan. So a bit of map work, yeah, we can do that. That's not a problem. I've got a lot to be getting on with. You're both Scouts, so that's good then.
We can do one.
Yeah. So like I say, next week we'll do a bit of Easter craft. First aid with Jack.
Yeah.
Maybe my first aid's not great. Maybe Jack could teach us some first aid. Maybe. That'd be a good thing for us to do. Yeah. So, we've got some ideas to be going on with there. Like for the next couple of weeks. So next week we'll be doing, like I said, some Easter craft. I'll put out some things of what we need for that.
Maths.
So we've got origami and a maths quiz. Yeah, okay. I'll tell you what, Jacob. I'll throw some maths questions into the quiz next week. I'll make sure they're not all scouting questions as well. Jacob likes maths. Cool. I'm a big maths fan as well, to be honest. Evie's like, maths? I'm guessing Evie and Henry don't like maths too much.
No, I'm guessing I like it.
Not maths. Theo. Maybe just one or two maths questions then. Not too many. But yeah. Maybe some harder maths for Henry and Theo because they're both scouts. Oh, Henry likes maths. Henry likes maths. Oh, and Evie does. So I see. So a few of you do like maths, and then yeah. I'll tell you what. The quiz next week we'll have half and half. We'll have half maths quiz and then half just general knowledge questions. Maybe a few about scouting as well. Okay. So, yeah.
Riddles. That's what Daniel said.
Where? Oh, yeah. Riddles, Dan. Dan, have you got a riddle? Has anyone in the chat got a riddle? And I'll see if I can. Solve it. Me and Jack are going to try and solve a riddle. If any of you have got one. If you haven't, I've got one.
Circle.
I have hands, but I cannot clap. What am I?
Circle.
Jack thinks it's a circle, but I don't think a circle's got hands.
No.
I think the thing. Oh, got another one here.
No windows or doors. And no hands. How'd you get out?
So Theo, I think the answer to yours is a clock, Theo, as Henry said. But Henry said you are in a room. There are no windows or doors. You have no hands. How do you get out?
Kick the door.
I don't really know.
I think you kick the door open. Oh no, there's no doors though.
Through the doorway. There are no windows or doors. Well done, Dan.
Not your clock, right? It seems stopped.
You're right, Dan. My clock has stopped in the background there. It's still got hands though.
What stays in the corner but goes on the world?
You walk through the door frame, Henry. Yeah. Well done. That was a good one. So Mason's is what stays in a corner but travels around the world. So I know that one. And it is indeed a stamp, Theo. Well done. So I've got one. And my riddle is: what can go up a chimney down, but not down a chimney up. So that's what can go up a chimney down, but not down a chimney up.
I got it.
Jack thinks he's got it,
Smoke.
and it's not smoke. Santa. It's not Santa, no, Henry. Evie, well done. It's an umbrella. Because you can put an umbrella up your chimney while it's down, but you can't put it down the chimney while it's up. Do you want another one? I got another one. One more, and then we'll do flag down. I know it's a bit early, but earlier than I said, advertised, but I've actually run out of ideas now. Yep, okay then, one more. What gets wet as it dries? So what gets wet as it dries? Theo and Evie, well done. It's a towel. And Daniel. And Henry, well done. So you all knew that one. That was quite an easy one, actually. A lot of people know that one. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the flag down, and then we're gonna finish for tonight. And I'll see you all next week, hopefully. Okay, guys. I'll see you all next week. We'll have some more riddles next week, because I know some of you are asking for a bit more. But I've actually run out of ideas, Theo. Hopefully next week will be a bit longer, and we'll do a bit more next week. So this was a bit of a test. See if it works. See if anyone would watch. We've got a few people watching. Not as many as Big Man in the Woods, but we're getting there. We're getting there. So I'll see you all next week. Hopefully, and hopefully we can get back to our normal scouting very, very soon. See you next week, guys.